All right, let's take a little walk through. Just try to hit the main points before it gets dark here. This is insane. Like, the garage is a wasteland. Completely toast. It's crazy how like some things are just completely gone. Other stuff's just sitting here fine. The old shed's gone. These little sheds are gone. Ironically, the shooting range is fine. Nothing happened there. Let's see here. It's just, again, I've been saying this, but it's so weird to see everything just burned black and gone out over there. Everything past the creek pretty much. Okay, so kind of see all of that. This is a pretty good angle on the back here. Bunch of slurry got dropped down in here. My little wagon survived. Here's all that's left of the catapult Kyle and I made. Water balloon launcher. Made that about 10-12 years ago. Okay. Let's go back around by the garage. Looking at the hill as I drove in, and it looked like it actually burned pretty close to Mom's grave, but it stopped. And there's definitely lots of patches like that where it kind of looked like it was going and then either stopped on its own or firefighters stopped it. I was talking to the neighbor Wes. He was saying, sounds like there was only about 3 guys down here fighting it when he came. So I don't think it ended up being too big of a deal. Here's another angle on the garage. You can see poor Toyota. Completely creamed. Roof's all caved in. It's hard to believe that it got that hot in the garage and didn't end up taking out the house. Seems like a real miracle to me. Very grateful for that. It's insane in there. And you can see the house looks pretty good, especially considering the state of the garage. So it's definitely this is this corner here, kind of the main area where the house got hit. Hopefully this thing doesn't collapse on my head. Some more garage footage. See here, I'll be honest, overall it's not as bad as I had feared. I think it's going to be really expensive to fix. Sorry for the insurance company. Mostly I feel bad for Mom and Dad because they put so much work into making it nice, and all the nice stuff is basically ruined. Well, that's a real pretty butterfly. Look at that. Flew away. So let's go in on this side here. You just see like this rake is just owned. Mom and Dad showed up. It's a butterfly again. Okay. Okay, let's see. You got this little burn spot over here. And I don't know, I have a hard time believing that it jumped here. I wonder if this might have been, they might have started a controlled burn here to keep it from coming around the end of the house or something. I don't really know. Again, it's kind of ironic. Nothing, it didn't even touch the fire pit. Everything with the fire pit is just fine. This is all this all got hit pretty good. You can still see the smoke up there over Deanna's Cliff. It's still burning back in there. I mean, it just really got close. Got close, but they stopped it. And I gotta believe there's no way it would have stopped on its own. It's just too close all around the house. So I'm pretty sure we owe the firefighters our house. So everything down here is pretty well intact. Let's head up. Oh, sorry, I was covering the microphone. Hopefully it's better now. Okay, let's go in the house. So there's definitely lots of smoke and stuff, but honestly, you can't really tell. Dad said if you take a Kleenex, pretty much anywhere you go, you can wipe it off. But for the most part, it's not too bad. The outer panes of the windows are shattered. You can see things like here, this is melted. There's much more damage on that side. Bathroom looks pretty good. We'll go around this way so you can kind of see it as you come in. Some debris down there. I mean, certainly not pleasant, but very, very salvageable and repairable and insured. So the long-term prognosis, I think, is quite good. Again, I feel awful for Mom and Dad. But I think a majority of their work is still just fine. Kind of sad, all of our coats. I realized we've just never really thrown away any coats. And, even one of Mom's coats from 20 years ago. Well, 10, 15 years ago. Yeah, it's this one right here, I think, actually, that coat. I just noticed that a couple months ago and was like, oh, it's nice we still have Mom's coat here. Well, that's toast. But all things considered, looks like all the family photos here are just fine. Huge blessing. Everything looks pretty well okay. Doesn't look like any of the brass melted. Surprise, surprise. Yeah. So this is kind of interesting, an unsolved mystery. You probably all remember this is where Jesus lives. And you can see the outline of the photo, the big picture or painting that Mom had was here for years and years. And now it's gone and we can't find it anywhere. It's hard to believe. You got to think that they would have, I don't know, maybe they threw it in their truck and forgot about it or took it somewhere safe, figured they'd bring it back. I know they're still busy fighting this thing, I believe, back in the mountains. But there's no way somebody stole it. I mean, if you're going to ransack a house, surely you'd come in and take all the brass, right? Take the valuable stuff. Or at least these things. Don't get me wrong, I love the picture, but it just seems like it's like stealing a Bible. Who does that? So I'd like to think that they managed to save it and they're going to bring it back. And then it'll make a cool, wasn't there a story in conference about that? Photos being saved by firefighters? I think there was. Just a year or two ago. I mean, really, everything looks pretty, I'm relieved. I feel pretty relieved. It still feels like home. Considering that it very likely would have been completely burned without the intervention of the fire department. I'm grateful. All right. Well, I think that's about it. Basement's fine. Yeah, cool. Feel very blessed and fortunate. And that's kind of gnarly.